primary school in Eastleigh in the south of England has made the decision to cancel the Easter celebrations. The reasons given? The spirit of inclusivity and respect for other religions. I kid you not, it actually happened. All of those warnings that those far-right people were giving years and years ago, looks like they've been validated. The school released a letter to parents. Dear parents and carers, as we approach this spring season, I would like to inform you about an important update regarding the school's traditional Easter celebrations. After careful consideration and discussions with our school community, we have decided not to hold the Easter Bonnet Parade or the Easter service this year. This decision has been made in the spirit of inclusivity and respect for the diverse religious beliefs represented within our school community. Our school is committed to fostering an environment where every child feels valued and respected, regardless of their religious background. By not holding specific religious celebrations, we aim to create a more inclusive atmosphere that honors and respects the beliefs of all our children and their families. Okay, so you may have noticed some flaws there. How can they encourage respect for different religious beliefs if they essentially take them out of view? If they basically pretend, oh, no, those things don't exist, you don't have to learn about it. Those two things are not compatible. You can't be inclusive while excluding. And that very reasonable, logical fact is obvious for anyone who has more than 5 brain cells in their head. We understand that this change may be disappointing for some, especially those who have cherished these traditions over the years. However, we believe that this decision aligns with our values of inclusivity and respect for diversity. There's that buzzword. We are exploring alternative ways to celebrate the season in future years that will be inclusive of all children and respect the rich cultural diversity of our community. Have you vomited yet? One of the ways we will be celebrating inclusivity is by taking part in Refugee Week, which occurs in June, as well as beginning our journey to become an accredited School of Sanctuary. Watch this space. In the meantime, we look forward to seeing many of you at the music festival in a couple of weeks. We appreciate your understanding and support as we make this transition. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact the school office. So this story has gone viral, understandably so. And I followed the head teacher's advice. I did write a letter and I sent it to them. Here it is. Dear Miss Manda, I am writing to express my deep concern regarding the decision to cancel the Easter service and Easter Bonnet Parade at Norwood Primary School, as reported in recent news coverage. I, like many others, was appalled to learn of this decision, and I strongly believe this decision should be reconsidered and reversed. Many years ago, when people warned that British values and traditions would soon be erased in the interest of promoting multiculturalism and inclusivity, I dismissed those concerns as hyperbolic and absurd. Regrettably, it seems that I was wrong to disregard those warnings, as the action that the school has taken has validated them. Even as I write this letter, I find it difficult to believe that the school could possibly have made such a poor decision. By cancelling such an important event that reflects Christian values, the school is, in effect, marginalising the beliefs of Christian families and undermining the significance of one of the most important celebrations in the Christian calendar. My mind now turns to the question of how long it will be until the school cancels Christmas celebrations, again justifying their decision as one being made in the interest of creating a more inclusive atmosphere. It is astounding that this decision was made in the name of inclusivity and respect for diverse religious beliefs. Perhaps the irony of cancelling Easter celebrations in the interest of inclusivity and respect was lost on those who advocated and supported the cancellation, whomever they may be. It is important to consider that inclusiveness should not mean the outright dismissal of any particular group's traditions or beliefs. As outlined on Norwood Primary School's website, British values, according to the Department of Education, include mutual respect and tolerance of those with different faiths and beliefs. May I inquire as to how cancelling the traditional Easter celebrations qualifies as promoting mutual respect and tolerance for those of different faiths and beliefs? Arguably, cancelling Easter celebrations represents the antithesis of these values. Regardless of the motivation behind the decision, I ask that you recognize that a mistake has been made and that Easter celebrations should be continued. Doing so would not be seen as a weakness, but rather an action worthy of respect and recognition. In addition, I regard the school's planned Refugee Week to be highly inappropriate, as it pertains to a matter that is highly political. There is a danger that teachers may inadvertently instruct pupils on how to think about this issue, which could be seen as a form of indoctrination. Adults themselves disagree on many aspects of this issue, including the distinction between refugees that are fleeing war-torn countries and immigrants from countries that are not at war, the applicable number of refugees/immigrants to admit, the legality of entry, the legitimacy of the reasons for entering and staying in a different country, human rights, the availability of housing, the funding for accommodation, the consequential reallocation of public funds away from other areas, and the broader socio-cultural effect. The fact is, this is a complex and contentious issue that is not suitable for young children, and as such, Refugee Week should be reconsidered. Thank you for taking the time to read my concerns, Ms. Manda. I look forward to receiving your response. This went viral. It's been covered by mainstream media outlets, The Telegraph, I believe GB News. On YouTube, Black Belt Barrister has covered it. And I imagine that it's only going to snowball, and I sincerely doubt I will be the only person to send a letter. I also CC'd in the local councillor in this email that I sent. And honestly, yeah, it's difficult to believe that we actually did get to that point. The place that people were warning us about, the place that people said we were going to reach slow step after small step. They were called far right, they were called bigots, etc., called every name under the sun, the same usual slurs that you can predict. Racist. And now a school has literally cancelled Easter celebrations in the name of inclusivity and respect. I don't know exactly how many people asked for that to happen. I don't know who. I'm not sure that information is publicly available, but I would be interested to know how many people, who they are exactly. I would like to speak to them personally. That's probably not going to happen. So I would say if you also have concerns about this and think it's the wrong decision for the school to take, you should also email the school. There is an admin office email address. I'm not saying you should, but I'm saying that you can if you want to. There's the publicly available information. Admin office at norwood.hans.sch.uk. Either you can praise them for the decision or you can criticize them for the decision. It's your choice.